All right, section 3, we're on to our market analysis. What is a market analysis? A market analysis is a deep dive into the market where your business will operate. And we're going to look at things like your customers, who they are, who your competitors are, and any trends that are impacting your industry. We're going to start to get a clear picture of what's happening in your space. We're going to spot the opportunities so that you can make smart decisions about your business expansion or opening. We're going to understand your customer preferences and behaviors and what position you will hold to succeed in this market. In this example, we'll talk about a bakery. Our bakery will operate in downtown Austin, Texas. You want to know what city you're serving, what neighborhood within that city. If it's larger than just a city area, what region are you serving, or zip codes? If you are online, what target markets will you be going after? What platforms will you use to do that? And will this be local, regional, national, or even international? We need to understand your industry and where you intend to fit. In this example, we're a clothing retail industry focusing on sustainable, eco-friendly fashion. This says a lot about this particular business and who they're serving. What sector of the business are you in? So this is a fashion-focused business that is in the retail industry, not wholesale, but retail. Do you serve any niche areas? In this example, the sustainable and eco-friendly version would be the niche areas of the business. How is your industry doing overall? And is that on a local level, regional, national? Where's that data going to come from? And then how is the industry doing in your geography, the areas that you intend to serve? Let's talk a little bit about your target market. Who are you going after? So in your industry, who is the typical customer? Then we'll compare that to the demographics in the areas that you're choosing to serve. And we'll talk about your target demographics, likes, dislikes, and the specific problem that you're serving for them. Our target customers are busy professionals in their 30s and 40s who want convenient meals. This is a very specific statement about who you are serving, the type of person you're serving, and what they're going to get from you. We also need to be aware of your competitors in the area. In this example, there are 3 coffee shops in our town, but none focus on organic fair trade like we do. So who are your closest geographic competitors? If you're in a brick and mortar building, we want to look at about a 5-mile radius to see who your closest competition are. And who's the closest in service offering to what you're offering? You might be offering something so niche that people might have to drive way farther than 5 miles to get it. And what makes you different or better? Finally, is there enough business for everybody to go around? Next, let's look at the industry trends. Are there any trends or behaviors that you've noticed that could impact your business? More people are looking for sustainable products, but there aren't many affordable options. This is a specific industry trend that this business intends to serve. We're going to deep dive into this information to put it into your business plan. And what I'd like for you to think about next is to understand your local pricing. When we get to the products and services section, we're going to have an idea about how much your product or service is and how that compares to your competition. We'll probably even poke back into this section, and in your competitive analysis, we're going to go ahead and list some of the pricing differences. But for right now, start shopping around and start understanding how your competitors price their services and products and how you're going to compare to that. We need to understand how your operations plan will differ from the competition as well. So as I mentioned with the pizza example, what are you doing different to get your product to the customer? How are they going to find your product any differently? How is your staff going to handle your product or service maybe differently than your competitors? This is a good time to start thinking about that so that you're prepared for the upcoming sections. After we get through this section, the next section up will be organization and management, where we're going to talk about you and your team and how these folks are going to help your business be a success. And never forget, you have support. If you are a client of mine, Clarity Group is there for the journey. It's okay to be an idea and question factory along the way. And if you need help, do not suffer in silence. Please reach out. If you're not a client and would like to be, please go to smallbusiness-dreams.com or reach me at claritygroup.llc.com. If you are a current client, please don't hesitate to book time so we can talk through whatever is on your mind.